topic is the most trickiest black magic cases, or the most trickiest supernatural cases that come to us. Okay, and it is one of the trickiest cases, types of cases that I'll be talking about today. Okay, so see, this is something which is a great information for people who are trapped into any sort of dangerous black magic events or supernatural events or paranormal events. You can call it any, for that matter. Now, like I always say, that black magic is divided into so many sections and so many departments that it's a never ending zone where learnings and research and new developments never stop. Okay, and this is the reason that whenever any case comes to us, it holds something new in it, some trick into it, something that makes us learn that yes, even this is possible, and then when it's diffused or how it should be diffused. So it's an everyday learning, it's an everyday experience that even the healers go through. It is just that you should be protected, you should be safeguarding your aura, you should be safeguarding your energies, so that no negative force can overpower you, and it can suppress those positive energies that are cosmic energies, positive cosmic energies which are safeguarding you. So let's get started. See, in different cases, there are some situations or studies in which it is seen that sometimes when something really evilish, when I mean that very, very dangerous thing is there, okay, it also has the most dangerous pattern of confusing you or to trick you. Please understand this very carefully. So, for example, if you go to a tantric to safeguard yourself and you say that I'm going through several abnormal activities and I need to diagnose, for example, or I just need to understand that what is going on with me. Okay, and even if the tantric is genuine, a good person who is into genuine works and has one particular level, like I say that when you have your education in general life, it's different stages, right? You go through your school, then your college, then your degrees, then your higher education and higher degrees, and then all of that. So accordingly, in this area also, the spiritual area also, you have different degrees, your different levels till what you have reached. And as per that, your understanding and your research work comes into place. You call it certification, you call it your knowledge, you call it an experience, you call the number of sadhanas you have done, or anything. So your understanding levels towards these things increase or decrease as per your knowledge base, as per your level of understanding the spiritual world in a much more deeper manner. Okay, and that comes through meditation, that comes through sadhanas, and quite severe things of discipline, of course, that we cannot talk on YouTube, because this is not a technical thing that I'm talking about. So what I'm trying to say is that even if the tantric is genuine enough and has reached to one level, an average level, where he can understand that yes, this is one entity which is after you and this is troubling you. For example, I'm giving a hypothetical example, okay, and you need to get the remedy done for this, and I know how to do the remedy for this, and it will be dissolved for you, or you will definitely get relief into it, the situation. Okay, he was not lying, that is, we are assuming that he was not lying. Okay, but once you get that done, after few days, there is something else that you feel, that there is something else that has started with me, or maybe that thing is coming back towards me, or maybe something new has started happening with me. Now this can be a mental blockage also for many ex-black magic victims, because they are so used to being in the negative energy levels that anything that goes away, it's difficult for them to accept in a very quick manner. And of course, sattvic healing takes time, I always say. So you will be confused as to what's going on. Your tantric will say that, your healer will say that, what nonsense is this? I have diffused this negative energy and you can't challenge my knowledge and you can't challenge the experience that I have. So you can have this communication issue and you can have the misunderstanding between each other as well. But then you need to also understand that if you go to a senior spiritual healer or a senior tantric, if he contacts his own Guruji, or for example a senior person who's much more senior to him, and then he says, okay, this is what I have done, and this is the blame coming on me. I'm giving you a storyline, I'm making up a storyline so that people can understand that where this video and my narration is going. Okay, and then his Guruji or her Guruji says that, you know what you did was absolutely right, but there is something else that is operating this whole system, this evil entity that you had diffused. That entity has been diffused, but the root cause or the mastermind was someone else. That, as per your sadhana levels and your meditation levels, you were not able to gauge, because, and it's not your fault, because you have to reach to a certain higher level to gauge such dangerous and such tricky black magic cases or supernatural entities, because even they have their different levels. Some are evil, some are really evil, some are absolutely, evil to the topmost layers of being evil. You understanding? So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes the evil entities and sometimes supernatural entities themselves also, and black magic cases designed by some evil high grade tantric, can also do such things that even if someone comes for healing or curing this, only the first layer is cured, or that first layer can only be diagnosed, and the internal layer system, which what is being done very smartly, can never be gauged until and unless someone gets to know about a healer who can actually gauge this into depth. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that if there is one entity which is in front of you in front of the healer, and that has been diagnosed, it is quite possible that internally there is something else, a higher entity which has been hiding for a long time and misguiding the healer and everybody around, not giving its identification, not giving any sign of itself, and confusing everyone and never letting the case being solved. Okay, so when you come for the diagnosis to us, we make sure that we go down to the innermost layers of that what is going on. Okay, so this video was not about appreciation and acknowledging us and explaining or coming to the point that we have that kind of knowledge. No, what I'm just trying to tell you is this, that this is something that happens, and these kind of cases come to us in which so many healers and so many people got confused, and they landed up into more troubles and more sufferings because the root cause was not diagnosed. And the reason it was not their fault also, it was the level that they were into. And every healer and every person has his or her own levels. There is nothing that you can question them about. But then this is something that happens. You always have your senior, you always have someone who knows better than you, isn't it? So we would also have someone who knows better than us. So we are absolutely open to this. So, but the idea is that sometimes entities do play this game with you, the mind game, because they're very, very cunning and clever. The more dangerous they become, the more clever and cunning they become, the more smart they become. So you have to understand that smartness. You need to recognize that smartness yourself also, if you have that section available as per your levels. Okay, so I think that was my information for this particular video, and I hope this brings in a lot of information to you. And if somebody is facing anything like this, you can contact the team, get the case study done, which is a paid service, and then get to know whether it's a mind blockage or in reality something like that is happening. Okay, because always remember, in every book of mine I mention, if God exists, demon also exists. Okay, so that's about it. Next week I'll come up with another topic. Till then, goodbye.